Leos, welcome, welcome. It's going to be an overall energy reading for you for your current and present moment. Five of Swords on the split. What are you thinking about, Leo? What's been on your mind? What did you walk away from recently? This is going to be for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. I trust that when this message finds you, it is your message at that time, because my readings do not have dates. Temperance. Taking care of yourself. You've been taking care of the way that you treat yourself, your body, your relationship with the earth around you. I like that. All right. Let's see what comes out for you guys. Current energy for Leos. The Fool on the split. Okay, you could be walking into something new. Saw that Five of Swords earlier. You recently have made the decision to move on from something. Not necessarily that you wanted to, but you did. Whether it's for the betterment of yourself or your situation. Ten of Swords reversed. And I think you saved yourself a lot of pain by moving on and stepping into this new beginning. Sometimes stepping into the unknown is scary, but necessary. Five of Cups, yes. Strength reverse. Magician reverse. Ten of Cups reverse. Queen of Wands reverse. Whatever you left, a lot of your identity was tied up into it. With the Strength reverse, the Queen of Wands reverse, the Magician reverse, just as I see the Magician as just being our highest self, our like most aware self, in terms of like the 3D physical body. We have the Queen of Cups reverse at the bottom, so you could be feeling really, really disappointed and disconnected from something that once brought you a lot of happiness. And I think this is where the disconnect from an old identity, I think that's where this comes from. The Queen of Cups being your overall energy. And then we have the Lovers reverse, so it's like something was just not working. Four of Cups, Six of Cups reverse. Something was no longer fulfilling. Something was no longer in flow with equal give and take. And it is just left you kind of broken or kind of out of sorts, you know. You're not feeling like you lately. But on the flip side of that, it's like this thing that did not work out for you, whether it be an opportunity, a job, falling out with a friend, or a romantic relationship not working. Whatever didn't work for you, it's because it was not supposed to. It's because that if this thing stayed in your life any longer, I think it would have left feelings of long-term bitterness and long-term disappointment instead of this momentary feelings of like heaviness. Because with the Queen of Cups reverse, it's like you used your intuition to make this decision. You were still coming from a place of love. You were still holding on to the hope that this thing could work out for you. But with the Magician in reverse being in the center of your reading, it's like the creation and furtherment, like the investment energetically in this thing, whatever it may be for you, was not supposed to proceed, and something inside of you would not let that proceed. And the energies are transferable, remember that. With Ten of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, it's like it's all going according to divine timing and planning. Like, oh, I feel like I should take those. Hangman and the Ace of Swords. Your new beginning is here. We had the Fool on the split in this deck. Your new beginning's here. It's like that was that drought you were in, those feelings of disconnectedness, they were momentary, because now we have the Hangman, the Ace of Swords, the Queen of Cups upright, clarifying the Magician in the middle, the Three of Cups, and the Knight of Pentacles. You just stepped into a whole new world. You know, you took a step back because you were noticing you don't feel like yourself, and you let this thing in the past get you out of character. You were noticing that with this Ace of Swords, you saw the truth about what this situation was. I don't know what happened, but it's like, whatever it was, you're now on the path you're supposed to be on, with the Knight of Pentacles ending, the clarification row. It's like you're rebuilding yourself back up, and it's a slow progression. It's taking time, but nonetheless, the Queen of Cups, it's like I said, you were coming from a place of love, and that love is being returned to you from the universe. Sure, there was a need to stop investing in something energetically, but because you did it because of you, like you did it guided by your intuition. That was a decision that you made because you saw the truth in something, and you let that guide you, and that leads to this Ten of Cups reverse and Three of Cups upright. So yeah, it's you were disappointed that this thing didn't work out, but it leads you to so many new connections. It leads you to finding more people that are in alignment with who you are now, and not who you were then. You know, like you're stepping into this new cycle of better relationships, better bonds with others. You're feeling more free. You're feeling more spontaneous, you know. And we have the Queen of Wands reverse, clarified by the Knight of Pentacles. So it's like you have a new goal. You have a new life that you are trying to manifest for yourself, and you're not, and it's like things are just starting to fall into place at the right time, and you're taking action upon those perfect opportunities. And we have the Knight of Wands and the Moon, Ten of Wands reversed. Yeah, you let go of some burden, like you let go of this fear. You let go of this fear, and you start moving towards this new goal, this new happiness, this new abundance. Like you needed to kind of be woken up. You needed this disappointment in the past so that you could see that this thing didn't work out with you, because there one could have been, you know, secrets, it's the moon, but two, you let go of this thing that was causing you so much, that was taking you out of character, that was bringing on this Five of Cups energy. This isn't Leo. That's far from Leo. You know, you need to. This is more in alignment with Leo. Three of Cups, celebrating, happy, outgoing, confident. And whatever this was in the past, it was like draining your confidence. It was draining your courage with the Strength in reverse. It was, and we don't need that. But yeah. What else we got for Leo spirit? I hope this reading is finding you in good health and good wealth. We got the Eight of Pentacles. You're working on manifesting this new reality. You're paying attention to the details because you know that matters. Wheel of Fortune, clarifying the Hangman. So now, looking through this new lens, seeing things with this fresh pair of eyes, fresh set of eyes, it's causing the wheel to turn in your favor. Things could just, like I said, falling into place. It's like, it's not even a coincidence. It's like you created your own luck by moving on from this thing. Page of Pentacles. You're in, and I saw the Eight of Pentacles before. You're in builder mode. Like you're doing the research. You're doing the research. You're making sure that this next idea that you have, this next thing you want to do, this next thing that you want to invest in energetically, you're making sure it's worth your time this time. Eight of Pentacles, again, clarifying the Queen of Cups, which is clarifying the Magician. Yeah, like I said, there needed to be a stop in this previous thing that you were investing in energetically that needed to stop, and you stopped it. And now you're moving forward after doing this research, the Wheel of Fortune, Page of Pentacles, and Eight of Pentacles. You're moving forward diligently, and you could be really focused on some money. If this is a romantic reading for you, you could be, in the past, maybe you were dealing with a water sign, but now you're kind of with an earth sign, or could be dealing with another fire sign. But I see this doesn't feel like in the past it felt more romantic, like that the thing that didn't work out, the thing that you left. But your future feels more focused on manifesting your world, your reality outside of others. Like you're still hanging out with people and like you're doing whatever you do, but it's not your reality is now not centered around one other being. I hope this reading is resonating with you. And you got a spirit for Leos. Oop, there we go. Clarifying the Ten of Cups reverse and the Three of Cups. We have the King of Swords. Yep. You're not playing no games no more. We got the Hermit in reverse, so it's like you're coming out of your shell. Whatever you're trying to do, it could require that you need other people around you. You need other people to be invested in what you're trying to do in order to make it happen. I just saw 12-12, Leo. Could be on to something coming into the spotlight. And then to end that, we have Judgment. So this thing you're trying to, Queen of Wands, you really might be coming into the spotlight soon, Leo, because the Queen of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, Judgment. Queen of Wands is in reverse, but I see the journey in between this time and by the time this Judgment happens, the journey, the steps taken, the knowledge acquired. I see you doing a lot of things to make sure that this judgment that happens, this judgment that the universe passes, is like you are now where you're supposed to be. You are not supposed to be where this reading started off at, which was just feeling not like yourself. And the reason you weren't feeling like yourself is because you were invested in the wrong things, right? Page of Cups on the split. We have a lot of new opportunities for you, Leo, and a lot of happiness. Six of Cups, a lot of happiness, a lot of like thinking about the past times you were happy and then comparing them to this current, how you feel, and like it's just not the same. It doesn't compare. Whatever you're stepping into is going to bring you true happiness. This is something, it's not only just like a wish fulfillment. This is something that you had to create on your own. Like, this isn't like a lifelong wish. This is something that you like thought of after being like, after having a rug ripped from under you. It's like, oh, I gotta go build a new rug, like whatever. I don't know, it's terrible for an analogy, but it's like having a rug ripped from under you and someone stole it, and then you were just like, dang, I don't have any money, so I guess I gotta go knit a rug, right? And you did that. And so because you did that, it's like, that's what's bringing on this deeper sense of happiness and accomplishment, because it's an empowering feeling. And we have the Two of Cups. So this could be leading to new love too. This could be leading to a new connection. But it doesn't have to be romantic. Oh, let me stop myself right there. This is speaking on that past energy, because under the Two of Cups, we have that Five of Swords that we saw earlier. And we have the King of Cups reversed. And we have the Six of Pentacles reverse and the Two of Pentacles reverse. This is that thing that was throwing you out of balance. And with this Judgment here, I see this is you looking back on it and seeing why it had to happen the way that it did, you know? I see you learning the lessons, and it's heavily influenced by this Hangman and this Wheel of Fortune and this King of Swords. It's like you're looking back. I don't know if you can see it, but he's like looking back, and there's a King of Swords, so it's like he is nothing but the truth. So now with this Ace of Swords too, it's like you go from the Ace of Swords to the King of Swords. Not an easy journey, not easy, just that's like time travel, you know? But you do it because you're fed up with feeling like shit, like you were earlier in this reading, and the Judgment happens, and you feel like a new you. You feel like you're kind of living in a new reality, and I think you're looking back on it in appreciation. I think you're glad that this thing didn't work out now, you know? What a wonderful reading, Leo. But it's like you had to do the work to get to this point. Like you had to build yourself back up from the ground. So it's very respectable, admirable energy, admirable to embody. Ennoble your soul, yes. Like I think this is you. This is Spirit saying like it's time to re-find yourself. This is the first card. So this is you like getting back in touch with your soul and who you are. Embrace meditation on the bottom, but getting back in touch with yourself because you were disconnected from yourself with your overall energy of the reading being the Queen of Cups reverse. This is somebody that is kind of lacking, not the empathy for others or the compassion for others, but lacking it for themselves because they're giving it to the wrong. They're not delegating their overflowing emotional cup in the right ways, you know? Once you start giving it back to yourself, you're straight. It's a no. So if you had any questions for Spirit, if you had during this reading, it's a no. Minimize guilt. Yeah, it's not your fault that these things didn't work out. Like sometimes people are meant to be lessons for us, you know, or situations, or if a certain job didn't work out for you, or, you know, sometimes things are just meant to be lessons, and it's hard for us to accept that when we have such high hopes for something to work out. So be aware of your feelings of guilt and try to minimize those feelings. This is card 22 as well. Explore your ancestry. I always see this card as like looking at other people. This could literally be like saying you could benefit from further exploring your ancestry, but I always see this card as like saying like look at other people who have walked the journey that you're trying to walk and kind of learn from them. Like do your research, like I see you doing with this Page of Pentacles. Do your research so that you know how to move forward, and then once you start moving forward to the Eight of Pentacles, it's like you're doing it in such an effective and efficient way that there's nothing that can deceive you. There's nothing, you're not bullshitting yourself or anyone else. Like you know what you want and you get it. Last card, relinquish control. Yeah, things aren't always going to play out how we want them to, and we have to accept that. You know, we have to accept that sometimes we don't understand why things are happening until a year later when we're like, I'm so happy that happened. Like we always want to control the narrative because it gives us a sense of stability and safety, but I think you're gonna go through a couple moments of not being afforded those things, the stability and the safety and the knowing that everything's going to be okay, but it's because it's supposed to be that way. It's only for a moment though, don't forget that, only for a moment, because after that, once you face certain feelings and fears and doubts and self-doubts. Like once you do that, you're on the move. You got the Knight of Wands, Knight of Pentacles. Once you see through all of the illusions, maybe the illusions that you were telling yourself, everything starts taking off for you, Leo. All right. If this is for someone stepping into the spotlight, good job. You worked your butt off to get there, so congratulations. All right, I'll see you guys soon.